Welcome to The Hypnotist, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. Brought to you by the hypnotherapist demanded by celebrities, CEOs, and even royalty, Adam Cox. These recordings took place live from Adam's clinic in London's world-famous Harley Street. This podcast features powerful hypnosis, so do not listen while driving or operating machinery. This recording is not suitable for those with epilepsy or severe mental health issues. So, get yourself comfortable and enjoy today's episode of The Hypnotist.
Hi, it's Adam here, and in today's episode of The Hypnotist, you're going to be listening to a hypnosis session designed to help a client lose weight, but it was to help a client lose weight where there was a feeling of resistance based on cultural values that they grew up with, and also a fear that if they lost weight, that would garner more attention, particularly unwanted or unwarranted attention from men. And they weren't sure, one, how to deal with that, but secondly, there would be a feeling of guilt almost that they created that because they changed their body shape, then effectively they invited it. So there's a few things happening here. One is to dispel the idea that to be beautiful, which of course is a subjective label, is somehow wrong. But in certain cultures, there's a element of shame or obligation linked to the idea of physical beauty. So to begin with, it really taps into the idea that beauty exists in nature, and it's not an anomaly. It exists a lot in nature: animals, flowers, landscapes, the ocean, beaches, sunsets. You see a lot of beauty in nature, and therefore, how can it be wrong if it already exists in nature? So one, it primes to accept the idea that natural things can be beautiful and beauty can be natural, but also this idea of something that leads to confidence and independence and autonomy and self-esteem is a virtuous, noble objective. And that if there is the unwanted or unwarranted attention from men that are clearly ignoring boundaries or body language cues, that is the responsibility of the men that ignore those cues, not the responsibility of the person that they're trying to get the attention of. So there's a few things happening here, and the reason why it's an important session to do is that I think I've worked with a few hundred people to lose weight. The majority, and we're talking over 90%, are women. And it's a sad fact of life, unfortunately, that there is a small percentage of men that are predatory in nature. And because of that, there is a legitimate fear that somehow being more attractive or being desirable increases the probability of something undesirable happening. So this is really designed to promote body confidence, the ability to assertively communicate and express boundaries, because having that sense of confidence doesn't make you immune from, some kind of predatory man, but it does reduce the probability by owning an empowering emotion, if that makes sense. And they've done lots of studies on, not so much in terms of unwanted attention, but they've done lots of studies in terms of muggers and, who they tend to target. And it tends to be those that have the expression of, let's say, less confidence, making them more vulnerable from that perspective. So this is really designed not to be an antidote, but to reduce the probability by having an empowering positive emotion linked to the idea that, if you want to lose weight, you want to lose weight. There's absolutely nothing wrong with that. If you are struggling with weight loss and you feel like hypnosis could help, or maybe there is a feeling that you can lose weight, but you tend to sabotage it, perhaps through some kind of unconscious fear, there will be a link in the show notes that can enable you to schedule a free 30-minute consultation call to explore working with me. But you might find that this session, because it is based on body confidence and reducing the probability of self-sabotage, that this session might be helpful. In which case, find a quiet place where you won't be disturbed, relax, and enjoy the session. Take a deep breath in. As you breathe in a resourceful feeling of relaxation. And as you exhale, just allow any feelings of worry, stress, or tension to feel like it's leaving your body in your outward breath, enabling you, breath by breath, to feel deeper and deeper relaxed. Imagine your eyelids getting heavier and heavier. And I want you to imagine you're focused on a dot in your forehead, while simultaneously noticing that when your eyes are closed, focusing on that dot just makes those eyelids feel more and more tired, more and more relaxed. And then imagine shifting your focus from your forehead beneath those closed eyes down to your heart. And as you do so, notice your shoulders and neck relaxing, your cheeks, your eyelids relaxing, enabling you to drift into a wonderful feeling, a feeling of relaxation where your imagination awakens. Breathing in and breathing out. And I want you to imagine a time where you saw something beautiful in nature, perhaps a flower. And as you look at that flower just in your own memory, sometimes you can't articulate why it's beautiful. You just accept that that is your evaluation. Because it could be the combination of colors. It could be the shape. It could be the fusion of senses, like the smell, or how you're feeling when you saw it. But I want you to imagine staring deep into the center of that flower and almost feeling like your imagination is going into the flower, down into the stem, and then imagine you're by the sea, perhaps on a boat, and I want you to imagine seeing a playful dolphin, maybe maybe it's a young dolphin, a calf. But notice how playful it is. And perhaps, based on your own subjective evaluation, you would consider that this dolphin is beautiful. So imagine being there on that boat, seeing perhaps this dolphin playing with other dolphins, and just get a growing sense that if nature is beautiful, how can beauty be wrong? How can it be sinful? How can there be shame or guilt attached to beauty when beauty exists in nature everywhere? So imagine seeing those dolphins playing, unlocking that playful, relaxed attitude within you. As you notice, you're becoming even deeper relaxed. There on that imaginary boat, looking at imaginary dolphins, with an overall sense that beauty is everywhere. But I also want you to notice that it is the nature of this dolphin to be active, to play. You wouldn't see a dolphin being static for hours on end. It is the nature of the dolphin to move, to jump, to swim, to interact with other dolphins. And sometimes as humans we think that activity is exercise, rather than activity is just our natural way of being. Throughout our species' existence, things like chairs, sofas, desks, and the kind of technology that keeps people stationary for hours on end is just a blink of an eye in our existence. That throughout history, it is our nature to move, to walk, to run, to climb. So as you breathe in and breathe out, accept two fundamental ideas: that beauty exists in nature, and it is natural to be active and to move. As you breathe in and breathe out, feel like you're letting go of any guilt and shame, the baggage of outdated cultural beliefs or expectations. Just feel like it's time to let them go. And as you do so, imagine your mind opening to powerful new ideas that could change how you feel about making progress in your life, and to release those blocks that have been stopping you for so long. As you journey towards a healthier you, you realize the safety and comfort surrounding this honorable pursuit of vitality. Recognize that each healthy choice you make leads you down a path of self-confidence, self-esteem, and an enhanced sense of well-being. Allow yourself to appreciate the responsibility lies not within you, but within the ones who choose to ignore boundaries, as you nurture a healthier body. Attention is your choice to either accept or reject that attention, those who ignore your boundaries are the ones at fault. And as you discover that as beauty abounds in nature, in every petal of a flower, in every wave of the ocean, so does it within your own being. It's only natural. Feel a blossoming respect for the body you have and a growing desire to nourish it with wholesome foods and energizing activities. Recognizing the natural pull towards nutritious meals, and each bite you take reinforces your journey towards a slimmer, healthier you. As you breathe in and breathe out, you can experience the serene assurance that the pathway to losing belly fat is safe, natural, and a commendable endeavor. You can recall a time that you were walking hours and hours every day, that your body naturally adapted and changed shape as a side effect of just using your body more. You find that every step, every movement is a delightful expression of your intention to make the most of the vibrant health that awaits you. Discover a comforting understanding that seeking health and vitality is a journey of self-honor, self-respect, and boundless self-esteem. And you can feel a wholesome craving for the crunch of fresh vegetables, the refreshing sip of water, leading you effortlessly towards your desired weight and desired body shape. Imagine you're now in nature, and as you observe the gentle sway of trees, the effortless flow of rivers, find a similar ease in your journey towards a healthier, slimmer you. It's all natural. As you recognize the naturalness of wanting to care for your body, to shed what's unnecessary, embracing the vitality that comes with each healthy choice, exploring a growing comfort in knowing that as you work towards losing weight, you are stepping into a realm of self-assurance, boundless energy, and grace. Because losing weight is a respectful gift that you're giving to yourself. And you discover a profound sense of safety in expressing your desire for health, for shedding unwanted weight, and nurturing a body that serves you well. Feel a heartening affirmation each time you choose healthy foods, each time you move joyfully, that you're on a marvelous journey of self-honoring. With every mindful choice, experience the gratifying realization that you are becoming a symbol of vitality, strength, and admirable self-care. And as the days turn into weeks and weeks turn into months, you can witness the beauty in your endeavor, a reflection of the beauty in nature, as you stride confidently towards a healthier, vibrant, more energetic self. it is safe for you to be who you are. And no matter how much you grow, develop, become better in the areas important to you, you can remain humble and full of humility, because there is always more progress you can make. You can accept who you are and still desire to do more, be more, and have more. Realize the strength of your resolve as you lovingly release the excess weight, embracing the joys of a healthier, more lively existence. And imagine that future with more confidence and self-esteem, with all of the confidence to ensure that you have boundaries to keep you safe. Experience a comforting detachment from unwanted and unwarranted attention, focusing on the empowering journey of health you are so courageously undertaking. And you can find an inspiring reassurance that each step towards losing weight is a step towards unleashing a newer, healthier, and ever vibrant you. And I want you to imagine to look into your own future and see that confident, vibrant you, but also with the self-confidence to deal with unwanted attention in a safe, confident, assertive way. You are an expert at having clear boundaries to make it clear when attention is wanted and desirable and when it is not. So now your future is a future of energy, health, vitality, confidence, but also safety and self-respect. As you breathe in and breathe out, feel like you're no longer in nature. You're no longer on a boat looking at a playful dolphin. You're no longer gazing into the beautiful flower, but you're fully returned into the present in your own body, listening to my voice firmly in the present. All of this are just ideas within ideas, thoughts within thoughts, dreams within dreams, as you return fully to the present. And as you return, take a deep breath in through your nose and out through your nose. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes. Connect to being fully in the present, all parts here in this moment, as I now count from 1 to 10 to awaken you. You will awaken feeling confident, motivated, unstoppable in your pursuit of your goals, starting to count. 1, 2, 3, waking up. 4, 5, 6, more alert. 7, 8, open your eyes, open your eyes. 9, 10, wide awake, wide awake, wide awake.
Thank you for listening to The Hypnotist with Adam Cox, the show that gives you inside access to cutting-edge hypnosis with real clients facing genuine issues. To automatically receive the latest episodes, please subscribe. If you'd like to support the show, please share this episode with just one friend you think it could help. And if this episode helped you, please leave us a 5-star review.